All right, Oklahoma City Thunder finish off the Los Angeles Lakers in a sweep. It was a 4-0 series. I don't think any of us were super surprised about that. If Luka Doncic plays, things definitely go differently. But when I say go differently, it's probably a 5 or 6 game series. Los Angeles was not a Luka Doncic away from winning this series or even taking it 7 games, to be honest. But now here we are. Lakers are kicked out. To be honest with you guys, I've just been watching the playoffs and just been loving the playoffs. I wasn't even thinking about the LeBron James situation until right now that the Lakers got kicked out. I'm watching Wemby and Cade Cunningham and Donovan Mitchell and all these players just have amazing performances. And I wasn't really thinking about LeBron James' future, but now we're here. LeBron's now 42 years old, of course. He's entering free agency. His 2 year contract is up. LA was paying him 52, actually $56 million this year. So that's a large chunk of their salary cap. I think LA already told LeBron basically what they're doing. Sign him to the 2 year deal. They trade Anthony Davis, bring in Luka Doncic, and I don't know if they had just a face-to-face conversation, but everyone already knows. LeBron already knows. The Lakers know they're moving forward, trying to build around Luka Doncic. And once they made the trade for Luka, that was the Lakers basically saying, all right, LeBron, not kicking him to the curb or saying we hate you, but they're saying we have Luka. Luka's 26, I want to say. We have this young superstar. We want to move forward with Luka and build around Luka Doncic. So again, if Luka was healthy, I don't think the Lakers would have been serious championship contenders. What I always say about LA, they built their team around LeBron James and Anthony Davis, of course. They built this whole team around LeBron and AD, win the championship in 2020. Still a pretty decent team from 2020 until now. Still were always a decent playoff level team, but never really felt like serious contenders again after that. They made the trade for Luka, so they get Luka. Just last season, they get Luka Doncic. So once they trade for Luka, now they have Luka Doncic on this team, and the team's completely built around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So they trade, AD's gone, here comes Luka, and now the team they have isn't built around Luka Doncic. They don't have all these elite defenders. You need an elite big man, some rim protectors. You need some 3 and D players to kind of put around Luka, and then you probably need Austin Reeves is a good example. You need a player that can just kind of play isolation, run pick and roll, and just be a secondary ball handler and score next to Luka Doncic. Kyrie Irving would be a great example of somebody like that. But moving on to LeBron, though, he's 42 now. He's the oldest active player in the NBA, of course. He came right out of high school. We all know that. It's crazy. It felt like I've grown up with LeBron, been watching LeBron for so long now. What is it, his 22nd season in the NBA? I remember watching in 2007. I remember watching the Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit. Pretty sure it was game 6. I'm just blown away watching a 22-year-old LeBron James just go off. I think he scored 22 points in a row against Detroit. It goes to overtime. He just hitting just insane mid-range jumpers. He has those 2 nasty dunks where he blows by Tayshaun Prince, I want to say, and it's just crazy. We're getting to, maybe we've been in the twilight of LeBron's career these past 1 or 2 seasons, but I feel kind of bad calling it the twilight of his career, because once you start talking about the twilight of a player's career, you're kind of saying they're probably not going to compete or win championships anymore. And with LeBron, he's been amazing all season long. I won't get into his averages, but he's still been LeBron James. He's been a positive player. He's not washed up by any means. We can all still see him performing at a really high level out there. He's not a liability defensively. He can't really get down in the chair and clamp up players in isolation one-on-one like he used to, but you can still put him in a team concept defensively. He can still switch. I was gonna say 1 through 5, definitely three through 5. He can still guard point guards and shooting guards on the perimeter pretty decently, but there was plenty of times in the playoffs where LeBron James get switched on to like a bigger power forward or a center, and he's still fucking 6'8", 250 pounds. He can still switch and play defense on big men and still have a giant impact on a team. And I still think he could go to a different team, and there's probably a team out there that is a LeBron James away from winning a championship. This this game 4, he had the 24 points and the 14 assists. So like I was saying, it's not like he's not contributing out there. I don't think anybody is arguing about LeBron James' effectiveness or how good he still is at basketball at 42 years old. He missed a potential game winner with 20 seconds left in the game. One thing was weird. It was in towards the end of the game. They don't have Rui Hachimura in the game, and they're down 3. So a lot of people are kind of confused about that. But to LeBron James' statement, he just says, I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously, as it stands right now. He's just saying, I've got a lot of time. I think I said it last year after we lost to Minnesota. Go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then obviously when the time comes, you guys will know what I decide to do. I don't think LeBron's lying. I don't think LeBron really knows what he wants to do, to be honest. Now the season's over, and we'll kind of see what he's going to do. I feel like he's going to stay in Los Angeles because he just has so many opportunities for himself in business after his career is over. And then his kids have been in LA since, he's been there since 2000, was it 19 or so? He's been there for 7 or 8 years now. And, you know, just for his kids, Bronny's obviously in the NBA now. He has his son Bryce, who's just maybe 1 or 2 years younger than Bronny. Forget his daughter's name, but she's 12 years old. So, you know, just thinking about his daughter, it would be kind of weird to make your friends from the time she's like 6 years old to 12 years old. When I was 12, I already had my best friends, and I still chill with them today, you know, just as much as I did back then. So just his younger daughter, I feel like might be the biggest deciding factor to see, you know, if he wants to move to a different state or kind of uproot his youngest daughter at 12 years old. People have moved at 12 years old all the time. You go on and you make new friends, so I'm sure she would be able to. But just from the basketball side of things, I'm a Spurs fan. There's plenty of teams that could still use LeBron. Nobody's going to sign him to a $50 million contract. That's probably not true. There's probably a team out there that would give LeBron a 1-year maxed out deal or a 2-year maxed out deal. But for LeBron, I feel like he should just go wherever he wants to. For me as a Spurs fan, we are maybe win the title this year. We don't know what's going to happen, but the Spurs are lacking a strong power forward or small forward. We need a guy that's about 6'8", 250, that's a really big physical defender, that's able to run pick and rolls, able to finish strong, able to stretch the court out from 3 as well. And LeBron James does all the things the Spurs would need. The Spurs are lacking that small forward, power forward, like a Julius Randle would be awesome for the Spurs, a player like that. And just from a basketball fit, I think LeBron James would honestly be an awesome fit on the San Antonio Spurs. He'd go stupid with Victor Wembanyama, just throwing him ridiculous lobs, helping Wemby develop even more because he's only 22, just helping Wemby kind of navigate the NBA and just get him ready for all the things that are in front of him because LeBron James has been a superstar forever. He's been in the NBA forever, and he knows how to handle all sorts of situations on and off the court. Another thing with LeBron, 22 years in the NBA, 23, however long it's been, he's been an awesome role model. If you've been watching LeBron, he's just been a family man his entire NBA career. I don't know if LeBron's had any scandals or anything like that, but you never hear about any drama with LeBron James off the court. He just, he's just a grown man. He's just a family man. And I think he's an awesome role model to the kids for pretty much his whole career. So that's another awesome thing about LeBron. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I kind of don't think he's going to leave LA, in my opinion. Maybe he leaves for 2 years and comes back, and then his kids, you know, his daughter, his son still have all those friends in Los Angeles they can come back to. But as a Spurs fan, If LeBron wants to come over for a $10 million deal or some shit, the Spurs would love to have LeBron. I think we can win the title this year, but I think LeBron James would definitely make us a better team because we are lacking a small forward or a power forward. I think it would be kind of weird with the development of the younger guys because then that would get the ball out of Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle's hands. LeBron would obviously have the ball in his hands much more, but I think he'd help those guys to develop as well. But right now I don't think LeBron knows what he wants to do, and neither do any of us. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you think LeBron should go. Again, as a Spurs fan, I think he'd be an awesome fit. There's plenty of other teams out there. Can't think of them off the top of my head, but there's plenty of teams that probably are LeBron James away from really competing for a title. Cleveland has came up as well. I think it'd be kind of a weird fit with him and Harden and Donovan Mitchell. They have Jared Allen and Mobley, so I mean, Cleveland's another team. LeBron James honestly might push them over the top and get them into real championship contention. I think they're pretty close right now, but LeBron will just get them up to that other level, and then he returns to Cleveland to retire and finish his career out in Cleveland. And I think we all think that would be pretty cool as well. But please let me know what you think about LeBron, where he's gonna go, what team you think he would fit well on, because I think there's a lot of teams out there, needless to say, that could use a LeBron James. He still brings so much on offense, on defense, just leadership and everything out there. But please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 billion subscribers. Let me know what you think about our boy LeBron James. Like the video, hate the video. Tell your friends. Please do something to it. And we'll see y'all later.